was a light of hope everywhere she went. Everybody that meet her, will tell you that she bring positiveness and love with her. So as a family, the lesson that she brings us is that she came here sacrificing her career, sacrificing, the intensive hours of labor, hand labor, just to provide for her family, just to provide for her family. And ultimately, she gave her life, for the betterment of her family. These conditions are possibly come any year, you know. So this is a great tragedy for our family. But I feel that the most important thing is to prevent this for ever happening to somebody else. I feel that those people give their life in order for us, the ones that have the power to make the changes, to take care of that situation so this doesn't happen again. And other families are not going, in grief. So other families' valuable lives are not.
I take my normal route down 35 south to I-20. And around 7:33, oh my Jesus Christ, 6:33 this morning, or 6 o'clock, somewhere between 6 and 6:30, I saw a vehicle slow down. I started slowing down. The road was a solid sheet of ice. The whole entire bridge was a solid sheet of ice. And before I know it, I start hearing sliding. And 2 cars led to 4 cars. 4 cars led to 10 cars. 10 cars led to 40 cars. 40 cars led to 80 cars. And before I know it, I'm sitting there witnessing a genocide of metal. And I pull over. And I start walking, trying to tell people to slow down. Then I hear somebody screaming. So I ran to the screams. It was a small Lexus SUV trapped between 2 semi-trucks. Squished in between them. The lady was freaking out. Well, I my hand pretty good. Punching out the window. I got her out. And I put her in a truck. Then I went back. And I don't know, but a lot of people died today. And it's sad. I went back. I pulled 2 truckers out. Then a grain hopper hit. And a grain hopper exploded. And pushed a truck in front of me into the trailer that I was standing between me and a car. And I slid underneath the trailer. And that lady in that little car died. But I did what I could.
Police 889. What's the address you're calling about?
Hello?
Yes, what's the address you're calling about?
It's on 35W southbound, just south of 28th Street. There's a pretty big wreck. I don't know if anybody's hurt. I'm in the middle of it. There's a guy right next to me.
Okay, so how many vehicles involved, sir?
I can see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe.
All right, and it was 35 southbound just after 28th Street, and you can see about 6 cars. Are they blocking traffic?
traffic is moving, but it's definitely.
Are they in the lane of traffic, sir, still?
It looks like, yes. It looks like southbound, the far right lane.
Does it look like anyone would need medical attention?
As far as I can see, I'm looking out my rear view mirror, and I see 3 cars in the right lane, and up north of me, again, I'm facing north, it looks like I see 2 or 3 that they're a tenth of a mile away from me.
Okay, so were you involved in the accident?
I definitely was.
Okay, what's the color, make, and model of your vehicle?
My vehicle is a gray 2020 Laramie pickup.
All right. And you don't need medical attention?
I do not need medical assistance.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm sending this caller. What's your name and number?
My name is... My telephone number is... And I can't tell if anybody needs assistance.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm sending a caller for officers to respond. Just call us back if anything changed before they get out there.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Fort Police Department, Operator 124, what you just calling about?
Yes, there's been a big crash on, where we at? What freeway? On 35. There's the Northside Drive. There's a bunch of ice on the freeway. There's about 10 cars that just had a collision.
Okay, North Freeway and North Side?
Yes, on 35. Yes, sir.
Going northbound or southbound?
Northbound or southbound? Northbound or southbound? Northbound.
All right, hold on one moment. What's your name?
We're one of the cars that got hit.
Okay, what's your...
Also been a...
Okay, what's your...
That spun out.
All right, hold on one moment. What's your name?
We're one of the cars that got hit.
Okay, what's your...
Also been a...
Okay, what's your...
That spun out.
What's your phone number?
Yes, sir.
What color, make, and model car are you in?
Honda Civic, black, 2016.
What's the next vehicle? 18-wheeler?
There's a lot of them. I can't really see, but there's a big 18-wheeler that spun out. He hit the barrier, and I can't see the cars behind him, but there's probably about at least 7 cars behind him that have spun out too.
All right, Joe, we're going to get officers out there, okay? If anything changes, call us back, okay? We're also going to get next car out there.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Well, good morning. It's Fort Worth Police.
Hi.
How are you today?
Yeah, I need to report a major pileup.
A major what's the direction of travel and where?
35 south.
Going southbound on 35.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where. I'm close to north side, maybe.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Well, you're far north Fort Worth. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the nearest exit that you see?
I think I think that the north side is not 28. I don't want to get out of my car because people are coming down this hill.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to get out of your car. Where were you headed to?
I'm headed to. Sorry, I can't even think. 20 Highway 20.
Okay. What freeway did you just pass, or what exit was it? Chicago Road
35.
or?
No, 35.
North side?
820. I'm sorry, yes. I can't even think. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Semis were coming down the hill.
Okay. So let me, okay.
Yes.
Hold on. What are you reporting? Let me make sure I understand.
There's at least 5 or 6 different vehicles here that have all wrecked out. We're on an overpass.
What overpass?
It's 35 south.
Okay.
Okay,
going towards downtown, correct?
Yes.
Just before Northside Drive. Right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Is anybody needing an ambulance?
I'm not in my vehicle. Do you want me to ask anyone?
Can you just, what's your name real quick and your phone number? What is it?
My phone number is...
What color are the vehicles?
8 cars. There's 8 cars.
What color?
Mine is white, Yukon. Then I got a maybe a Corolla, gold Corolla, Toyota 081.
And your number's what color? What color are the vehicles?
8 cars. There's 8 cars.
What color?
Mine is white, Yukon. Then I got a maybe a Corolla, gold Corolla, Toyota Camry, something. I can't really see any of the others. We got an SUV, a silver SUV. We got a truck down the line.
What color?
I can't tell the color. It's actually uphill. Then I got an SUV, a silver SUV. I think I hit, back-ended into, then a burgundy SUV.
Okay. And we're all blocking traffic?
No, we're actually all off.
Everybody's on what shoulder? All vehicles?
The right shoulder to the west shoulder.
On the right shoulder. No one's blocking traffic at all?
Not really.
Well,
there's one lane getting by.
Okay, then don't tell me they're not blocking. That makes a huge difference. Okay. Because someone could run into them. No, you're doing good. Is that SDY or SIDY or SY?
SYDY.
Thank you, Sydney. So I've got did you want to shout and ask, is anybody needing an ambulance? Oh, and by the way, are you on the tollway or are you on the regular freeway?
No, regular road.
Okay. Yeah.
No, cars are still getting hit. I don't want to get out.
Oh, is it icy out there?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I think somebody on the toll road might have just had a wreck, too.
You think? You can't tell.
I'm sorry, it flew by.
Okay.
I heard something hit.
Okay, can you ask anyone if they need an ambulance?
I'm not really facing anyone, unfortunately.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm on an incline.
Okay. You've done very well. Just stay with me a minute.
Okay.
Said he was stuck in his vehicle for hours, trapped between an ambulance and another car. Well, he got out okay, and he shares his story with us tonight. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins spoke to him and also another driver involved in that pileup. Macy.
Good evening, Heather. Well, both men call the whole experience unbelievable and say every time they thought it was over, they felt another car crashing behind them.
The truck just came through and rammed me. Boom.
DeMarcus Porter recounts the scary moments during Thursday morning's deadly pileup on I-35W.
And when I hit my brakes, I went to sliding, like real fast, like sliding, like gliding.
His car stopped just before he hit an ambulance.
I kind of like, oh, snap.
Then another car hit him.
And in my heart, I was like, I almost dead.
He was headed to work on the southbound express lane, a normal route for him and another driver involved in the crash, Nick Stevenson.
The roads were fine up until about 28th Street and 35.
But as soon as Stevenson hit the bridge after 28th, he says he lost control.
Once I crossed over that, it was just all black ice.
Stevenson took this video on his cell phone shortly after the crash.
I looked in my rearview mirror and there's a semi coming up on me, and it rear-ended me and made me shove the black car that was in front of me into the semi.
His airbags deployed, the hood of his car was smashed, and his back window shattered.
Got very cold very fast.
Stuck in his car for the next 2 hours. He used an extra coat to stay warm while he called his wife.
I called her when I was sitting in the truck to let her know I was in an accident and I was okay.
Porter, somewhere else in the pileup, made the same call.
My daughter woke me up. I had like 11 missed calls.
His wife, Tamra, tried to stay calm since she's still recovering from a stroke she suffered 2 weeks ago.
So I didn't want to panic. And when he told me that, I was like, okay, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Porter and Stevenson were both treated at nearby hospitals. They're now both home. That gratitude likely felt by many of the survivors and their families. As for Valentine's Day plans for the Porters,
I can't even answer that. I don't know.
Their typical celebration a bit more meaningful this year.
I can celebrate that he's still here. Let's say that. You know,
I'm just glad to be
I'll
here.
cook for him.
That's a Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
Now, community members are encouraged and invited to drop off cards and letters for first responders and anyone else impacted by yesterday's accident. That will be tomorrow afternoon from noon to 5 at the Southwest Regional Library. There will also be a crisis management forum at Doxology Bible Church tomorrow.
It's just it's still chaos. The Fort Worth Fire Department has done just an excellent job of coming in here, mobilizing their task force. They've got multiple out here. They've got transportation that has came in to help try to get those back away from the scene as they continue to work on getting to the vehicles, checking for injuries, and also trying to start moving some of the vehicles out of the way as well.
And can you tell us, the assumption is obviously that the weather has played a role in this because of the inclement weather that they're seeing there. Do we know how it started, how long this has been going on?
Without the, an official word on there, I can say the unofficial word would definitely be from the ice. It started right here on an overpass just on the north side of downtown, approximately a mile or so in the southbound lane. Looks like a couple vehicles had to have lost control, and when that happened, everything just piled up behind them as that long stretch of overpass actually had iced over. And our temperatures this morning were sitting in the 25 to 26 degrees here at this location. We didn't have the precipitation, though, until a little bit later on in the morning than expected, as some of that lighter precip fell further south of the Metroplex, kind of south of Fort Worth and Dallas. But what happened kind of in short is we had a couple showers come across real quick this area, got everything real wet, and with those temperatures and long stretch of overpass like that, there's really no match.
Hours later, as you can see, the wreckage has been cleared. Traffic now moving through. To be honest, it's a bit eerie to watch this traffic move through when you know what happened here yesterday morning. An investigation very much still underway, but with 6 people dead, 133 cars involved, and dozens of people injured, it begs the question, were the roads treated, and were they treated properly? Many now calling for answers, plus a full and swift investigation.
I've got 35 southbound and then the southbound expressway both. Go ahead and start me a supervisor and get me as many units as you can get me, please.
The radio calls came in early.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
About 6 o'clock Thursday morning for the deadly Fort Worth pileup, the likes of which DFW officials said they had never before seen.
All of the vehicles were searched. Everybody that had the best opportunity at life were afforded that opportunity.
The numbers have plateaued. 6 deaths, 133 cars, and 65 treated at area hospitals. Countless other passengers needing care from the cold.
They were treated early on for hypothermia to prevent that from happening, but then we had a whole cadre of people that we needed to shelter on scene because we didn't have immediately a place to bring them.
City leaders pointing to the frigid forecast as a culprit.
It appears at this point in the investigation, which is still very preliminary, that ice was a factor.
But the big question remains.
Yes, sir. I was curious, was the roadway treated prior to this morning?
That is going to be part of the ongoing investigation. Again, I cannot comment on NTE, Texpress, or their policies or the procedures in this type of weather. I'm sure that if you were to reach out, maybe get a better response from them.
So we did. News Nation reaching out to TxDOT and Texpress Lanes, which oversee this section of I-35, both releasing statements. Texpress claiming its maintenance crews began pre-treating corridors on Tuesday morning in anticipation of inclement weather. TxDOT telling us this. During all winter weather events, TxDOT undertakes proactive, advanced measures such as pre-treating its roads, which can help prevent ice from sticking on the roadway. Unfortunately, even with proactive measures, the unpredictable and fast-changing severe Texas weather can still result in some ice accumulating. Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price adding that her city crews have been vigilant.
The city's streets, we've been sanding for a couple of days. We will continue that process. We're working with our partners at TxDOT to continue that.
And on Friday morning, the Texas House Transportation Chairman calling for a comprehensive investigation into the tragedy in a press release saying, quote, I have spoken to state legislators from the region and they express concerns that this roadway may not have been sufficiently pre-treated for icy weather prior to the event. Similar concerns also raised by State Senator Beverly Powell and Representative Ramon Romero Jr.
And it could be weeks before we have official answers. I can tell you by noon those cars were cleared today. And I talked to a couple investigators on scene. They said any crew that was left was checking out fluid as well as leftover debris. Once that was cleared, that's when they said they could really move in and investigate. And based off traffic moving through, they must have seen what they needed to find today. In terms of those who lost their lives, 6 people died, but according to the county medical examiner's office, they've only released 5 names so far. 4 of those were from Texas, 1 of them was from Hawaii. Reporting live in Fort Worth tonight, Marky Martin, News Nation.